All right, so what if I told you that one of the most interesting investment opportunities out there wasn't in tech, wasn't in real estate, but was actually covered in shaggy hair and roaming the high plains? Yep, today we're going to dig into the surprisingly profitable world of yak farming. It's a niche market, for sure, but it has some serious potential.
So, you're on the hunt for the next big thing, right? That untapped market? Well, listen to this. What if it's been roaming the high-altitude plains of the Himalayas this whole time, and now popping up on farms across North America and Europe? The humble yak. It might just be the tough, multi-talented investment you never ever saw coming.
Okay, first things first. Forget everything you think you know about livestock. We're going to look at the yak not just as a farm animal, but as a complete, diversified business model, all wrapped up in a shaggy coat. Seriously, this isn't just farming. Think of it more like a startup venture that just happens to have 4 legs.
So, what's the big deal with yaks? Why them? Well, it really all boils down to their incredible resilience. I mean, these animals are literally built for the toughest environments. They thrive on land where other livestock would just give up. And that natural hardiness, it means they're resistant to a ton of diseases and don't need a lot of coddling. All of that translates into one huge business advantage: way lower overhead.
Okay, so we've established they're super low maintenance. That's great. But what do they actually produce? This is where the business case gets really compelling. See, a single yak isn't just one product. Oh no, it's an entire portfolio of high-value goods.
Just look at this. From one single animal, you're getting at least 5 totally distinct revenue streams. You've got premium meat for all the health-conscious foodies out there, artisan milk for specialty cheesemakers, and you even have luxury fiber for the fashion industry. This level of diversification, man, that's what makes this such a resilient business model.
All right, let's break it down, starting with the meat. Yak meat is pretty much a dream for today's consumer. It's super lean, it's packed with protein, and it's actually lower in cholesterol than beef. So it's not just another red meat, it's a premium, healthy alternative that can command a much higher price, especially in those niche and specialty markets.
And we're not talking small amounts here. The yield is seriously impressive. A single animal can produce anywhere from 250 to 300 pounds of meat. Now, when you multiply that kind of volume by the premium price this healthy stuff commands, well, the profit potential starts to become crystal clear, doesn't it?
Next up, the milk. Now hold on. Yaks don't produce the same volume as a dairy cow, not even close. But that's not the point. Their milk is incredibly rich. It has these super high levels of fat and protein, and that makes it absolutely perfect for creating high-end artisan products like fancy cheeses and butters that you see in specialty food stores. Here, it is all about quality, not quantity. And then there's the fiber, which is just, wow. Yaks have this incredibly soft undercoat, and people are calling it yak down. Its softness and warmth are right up there with cashmere. We're talking about a true high-end textile used for luxury goods. Sweaters, scarves, you name it. A truly premium product from a pretty unlikely source, right? And to round out this amazing portfolio, you also get these super durable hides, perfect for insulated leather goods like boots and bags. Plus, there's a growing market for selling high-quality breeding stock to other farmers who are just getting into the business. You see? Literally every single part of the animal has value.
So we've seen all these impressive revenue streams. But as we all know, a business is only as good as its profit margin. So let's flip over to the other side of the equation and take a look at just how lean and efficient this whole operation can be.
This side-by-side comparison really tells the whole story, doesn't it? Yaks are efficient grazers. They can survive on sparse forage, which means much lower feed bills. Their natural hardiness means you don't need to build these expensive, fancy shelters. And the resistance to a lot of common diseases, well, that translates directly to lower vet costs. It's just a fundamentally lower-cost operation from the get-go.
And what about labor? You might be wondering about that. Well, this is another area where the yak's low-maintenance nature really pays off. On small to medium-sized farms, the daily workload is often totally manageable for a small team or even just a single family. This keeps those operational costs lean and, just as importantly, predictable. Okay, so you've got this fantastic, low-cost product portfolio. You're set up for success. But what's the final piece of the puzzle? The customer. Who are they exactly, and how in the world do you connect with them?
You know, the real market opportunity here lies in tapping into modern consumer trends. People are actively, and I mean actively, seeking out products that are sustainable, locally sourced, and unique. Yak products, they perfectly align with this demand. They check all the right boxes for today's conscious consumer.
And what this means is that your sales channels are actually really diverse. You can sell directly to those high-end, health-conscious consumers. You can partner up with specialty food stores. You could even turn your farm into a destination with something called agritourism, offering tours and selling your products right there on site.
All right, let's bring it all home. Time for the final verdict. When you put it all together, what is the ultimate potential of a yak farming business?
It all really boils down to a simple but incredibly powerful formula. You've got premium-priced products combined with really low operational costs. That is the engine that drives the potential for some very, very healthy profit margins in yak farming.
And the path forward? It's pretty clear. You start with quality animals. That's step one. From there, you diversify all your offerings to get the maximum value out of each one. Then, you have to specifically target the consumers who are willing to pay that premium price. And finally, get creative with value-added stuff like those on-farm experiences.
When you think about it, it's a powerful combination of resilience, diversification, and market appeal. And as consumers continue to look for products that are not just high quality, but also sustainable and unique, you really have to ask yourself, is this hairy beast from the mountains the unlikely future of profitable niche agriculture? It sure makes a compelling case.
Want to raise healthy, profitable yaks without beginner mistakes? Get How to Raise Yaks by Gerard Dawn, your step-by-step guide to successful yak farming. Link below.